Good morning guys and welcome back to the channel. So today I hope we will make second strike, or as you can see we made second strike under the whales on one side, we have to repeat it on another side. But also before we will start this part of work, I will show you all problems which you can get on your model with planking, because when I removed my clamps I also found it on my model. And as I said, when it is single layer planking model, when it is without filling the spaces, and especially on all these small boats which manufacturers usually are claiming like for beginners, they usually are plank on frames, single layer, and you can't fill the spaces to simplify your planking, and they are quite just technologically they are not simple for beginners. And this is what I want to show you and prove it today. So let's see what side it was. In the bow, I believe. Yeah, so let me switch to a bigger camera and I will show you what you can get on such single layer planked models. It is also acceptable for all these models planking on bulkheads. And let me show you what I'm talking about. So I want to show you this part at a proper angle. I think it is visible like this now. You see, when I was clamping to this bulkhead, no, not to this one, to this bulkhead and to this bulkhead, so these two spots were the plank glued properly, but don't know how much it is visible, but at a proper angle you can see that the plank itself created a belly, sort of it's rounded right here. And this is something what you can get on models when you have planks on bulkheads. And that's why you can see quite often I'm filling spaces between bulkheads, and then you have entire surface, so you just can use your soldering iron or plank bender to spread like with iron, literally just iron your plank in the proper position. And this is very simple and easy to do when you have filled spaces. But what to do if we have such bulkheads, and especially when we have such fragile bulkheads? Yes, we already glued upper layer strikes of planking, and we strengthened these top timbers, but still we can't apply enough pressure on this structure to put this plank in the proper position. At this moment I will do absolutely nothing. So I will leave it like this until I will plank all planks, so then I can even them in proper, or to create proper surface when all of them will be already glued. So this is something that you can get, don't worry about it at the moment. And this method which I will show you, I just will, when I will glue another two strakes, I just will use my plank bender, will glue another piece of wood under it from the inner side, and just will use my plank bender just to steam it and just to make it flat, and literally just iron the planking like with an iron. Or actually this is also a very good solution if you have that small irons for traveling. Usually you can find such small tiny irons, they can work also. Just literally iron your planking. So at this moment I will not touch it. So let's have that belly. Let me show you just small strip like how it will look when I will apply glue next planking, and it will actually be more visible and noticeable what belly we have here. You see, so the plank literally created the belly. It's not flat, and at this moment I will not touch it. Another issue that you can get, even when you have same width of planking, and when you can't create entire strake, just imitate, simulate, but joints, you have to put together two planks together. Let me show you also with the planking. So let me grab two planks. So when you have to put together to make this butt joint with two planks, even when it is same width, but on the model you have to bend like this, you have to bend like this, so you can get different angles. Even if you will send to proper angles, you can get sort of a joint when one of the planking will be like wider. Doesn't matter if they were even same width, but you can get such of like a step. I'm just showing it quite bigger intentionally to show you. It can be very, very small, tiny one, but just enough when you will put a next plank under it. It will be too noticeable, and what to do in this case. And because on our model we don't have long enough strips of wood to make entire strike of planking, so we can get some gaps. I'm also trying to show it much bigger. Like this. So we can get some gaps like this. Intentionally I'm showing it in a bigger scale so it is visible on the screen. And what to do in this case? And not intentionally, but I made it even, for example, when I was sending in previous episode my planks, I have to narrow them. I haven't narrowed enough this longer strip. So I got this, I think it's pretty much visible. So we have this jump. So if I will put plank under it, it will be even more visible. So you see, if I will put under this plank, we have this huge gap. But because I haven't sand enough, actually, my longer one, this one is proper width, so I need to literally cut probably first, and then I need to even it to make a proper surface for the next planking. So this is what we will deal today with. I believe it's visible even if I will put something dark. So you see this gap? I just put my finger under it to make it dark, so it is visible. Haven't made this intentionally, but good thing that I made it so I can show you what to do with it, because this is something what you can get on your models quite often. And we will plank it, or we will glue that plank in the very end. So first I just will check if I haven't made any drops of glue, because sometimes when you are clamping with clamps it's not visible, but before gluing next strake you have to check all these spots. If you haven't made any drops of glue, like this for example here, because when you will put next strike you can't put it close enough in this spot if you have glue. Yeah, let me show you if I have somewhere. I have seen it somewhere, or maybe this one I glued clearly. No glue? No glue. Let me check this side, which we will glue today. Glue. Yes, I found glue. So let me show you this glue. Where I have found it? Right here. Yeah, I have transparent glue, PVA which dries transparent, it is not much visible, just trust me, it is there. So with some sharp tools like sharpened file or with a scalpel, you just can literally cut it first along with the plank and then just along with the frame. And let me show you this, what I have cut from here. So a drop of glue right here, together with a piece of wood, of course. So I'm usually using my sharpened broken file. This is my favorite tool for this. I just literally sticking it under it and with scraping it off. Yeah, sometimes it's too big, so then I have to cut it, but sometimes just enough to scrape it off and something a little here. Because when you have these drops of glue, you can't put your next strike close enough without any gaps. And you also can use file like here. Oh, and actually in this place we have real butt joint, so let me check if... Where is that piece of wood? Okay, I have small tiny piece of wood. If we have gap here between planks, what do we have here? Actually we don't, but we have still some glue, so I just will use file for this, or maybe triangular file will do better job, because it is triangular and it is easier to hold it at the proper angle, because I spilled glue. And I don't know if it is visible, some glue was on the clamp and it glued to my whale also. So now I need to clean my whale from glue. And because this is not paint, this was alcohol ink, I can scrape glue from whale without afraid that I will scrape paint, because this is alcohol ink, it's soaked inside. I can slightly even sand it without damaging my black beautiful whale. So let me check now. I still can see a drop of glue there. So a little more file. Better to have a longer piece of wood. So I will not create something, preferably straight piece of wood. So when I'm putting under it, and just it's a good thing that we have a different color of this strip, so it should be pressed tightly without any gaps. And actually I can see that this plank a little wider than this one in the end. So yes, I will use my file to sand it and to check it one more time. Until I will get proper surface. Oh. And I can see that I will sand a little more here also on this frame, because it created belly. It's also very good to have such strips. Micromax sells them. It's a sandpaper on sort of plastic and something soft foam, so they are elastic and you can do different bends and sand like this. So you haven't sanded surface on one side and it is not sanding your bulkhead actually. That is very convenient. And what do we have here? Maybe a little more in this spot and in this spot to sand. And this is just such a game you have to play with sandpaper until you will get perfect surface. And we also need to mark this side. Now it's good, but we also have to, where is my sandpaper, put back this rounded edge, because I just sanded it. So I just will use sandpaper to create soft rounded edge of the plank. And I can sand this glue a little, because the entire plank in this glue. Or maybe I will use this one. What I was sanding before with this stick. It's important to remove glue before you will apply any finishes, or you will have this whitish spots. And I spilled PVA generously here. Can I scrape it? Scratched my whale. Yeah, this is the advantage of basswood, soft and easy to cut and work. Disadvantage, very easy to damage. That's why I'm also using these paper towels when my model is laying on the side, because it can be just smashed under its own weight. I can see more glue. So of course, in the most inconvenient spot, I created this mess with glue. Maybe I have to sand this because I have glue also on the whale here. Or I just can scrape it. Good. I just can scrape it. What is really good. Oh wow, it's even on this side of the whale. Did a very good job this glue. But as I said before, this is advantage of using black alcohol ink. You can even slightly sand scrape the glue out of it and it will not be damaged. You will not get that awful scratches, after which you have to repaint entire plank or whale in our case. Okay, this is now good enough. Let me check the rest of bulkheads if I have any glues. Actually, I have something more here. Haven't cut it properly. Some remains here. Maybe for this model file will work best. Something is here. And here. And here. Oh, this side I was wearing, or I forgotten to clean it, because literally on each bulkhead I have a drop of glue under the plank. Come on. What is it? Triangular. Oh, by the way, while everybody are here, I just want to ask, tomorrow I can't make live stream in the morning. How about afternoon or late evening? So actually from 1 or 2 p.m. all the way to the end of the day. What time will be convenient for you? Just drop me in the chat, because just tomorrow I can't do it in the morning. So I can start live streaming, for example, at 2 p.m. and 2 hours, or how long it will take me to make a strike. Or if it is convenient for you later in the evening, just drop time in the chat and we will choose the most convenient for you. Actually, this is also a real butt here. Let me check if we have this problem too. And if I remember correctly here, I haven't narrowed planks. So, and I got this problem. This plank looks like wider than this one, but they were the same. So I have to sand slightly this side of plank also here with a file, or with this stick, until I will get proper connection. You can just glue thin strip of sandpaper on elastic thin strips of wood. Before I find out this one, I was doing this with wood and doing exactly the same, sanding like this, because they also can bend. It is very convenient. I have some of them here somewhere, old ones, but now I discovered these plastic ones and I'm quite happy with them. So let me check now. Still have sort of entire this from here to here like belly, so I need to sand a little more here and on this frame until I will get proper connection or proper seam between two planks. Better, still have to sand a little here more. And glue. Still have sort of belly on this frame, which I need to sand. Okay, my kitten came. Let me close the door of the workshop because I turned off my dehumidifier. And kitten hasn't learned how to close the door. So my assistant is ready to sleep, so to do his proper duties during the stream. I wanted to send belly here also. Good job. Sometimes it is working 2 hours without any interruptions, sometimes it turns itself off in 15 minutes. And as I said before, I don't know what is going on with it. Is this cable? Is this camera? Is this coupler? But I'm afraid that this is coupler. And sort of belly still here. And this bulkhead. A little more here, and yeah, this is just a play of sanding on the left side and on the right side, on the left side, on the right side, until you will get straight seam without any wavy, or when it will be connected completely to the plank. And now a little more right here. And of course, in the moment in Kiev it's getting darker, Russians are firing drones. Excuse me, give me a second. I need to check where is my mom. And what is this?
Attention, air raid alert. Proceed to the nearest shelter. Don't be careless. Your overconfidence is your weakness.
No information what it is exactly.
Attention, increased air threat in your area. Proceed to the nearest shelter. Attention.
Okay, it's drones. But let me just check where is my mom. Because we have warnings already 2 days, like should be a very massive attack and we don't know when it will start and what day. So I just don't know. I just want to check where is my mom, if she has a safe spot. Yeah, we have some drones around Kiev. And it is only 5:25 in the evening there. Quite early. Okay, let me check one more time with this plank. Just slight touch here. Oh. And here, and the bulkheads. And with the basswood it should be done very slowly and carefully because it's very easy to oversand it. Now slight touch here further. Now I like it. So again, I will create soft radius on this edge, which I sanded. Just to get that volume, like each plank will be underlined. Of course, you can paint edges, use pencil, the simplest way, or really paint it with spray paint. But basswood is so soft that I decided that I just will create these soft rounded edges. Painting edges on the planking, you will get the clear thin line. If it is some hard and stiff woods, like I mean hardwood, not type of wood, hardwood. I mean that very stiff, when you have difficult to work usually with that stiff wood. But you can paint edges, and then when you can see this technique on my Confederacy frigate. I painted edges, and when I glue them with PVA glue, I just got this thin, very clear, straight line. But also, when you are painting edges, you have to make seams between planks so perfect, so straight, or you will get this wavy effect on your model, and it will be just zebra. So it should be just perfect planking then. So I think I have to mark now this side, and let me check to the end. Remains of glue. If I have missed something, yes I did. Something right here. You have eaten your breakfast, so don't tell me that you are hungry, Imbir. He tells me, hungry, I'm starving. Right here. And what do we have here? Good. So I marked in the bow, or this is stern, and I marked in the bow. But the rest of the frames I need to mark them. And where is my crazy notes? So let's continue marking. Still, these marks are just plus minus, so you can try to get them or just touch them with the edge of your plank. But if your plank tells you it should be straighter, wider a little, half of the millimeter plus minus, it's okay. That's why I'm not bothering even to put precise, like to divide really exactly how I calculated, like 9.3 millimeters, or it is 9.5. Don't bother me at all. So what was this one? Was our mid frame. So from the top it is 8.7, it is somewhere here, 9.7, 9.7, it is somewhere here, and 9.3, sort of, yes, just perfect. So let me make .7, 9.7, and 9.3. When is the second one? So we have bulkhead 16. Which one is 16? This is the one in the bow. .3. This is interesting to mark. 11.3. 10. Don't move. Preferably without closing me this view. 10 millimeters. And 13.3. Can't fit my ruler. Okay, I will do it from here. Oh, remember I was actually dividing it on this edge. So let's try one more time. 11.3. on the edge because it's so rounded. 11.3, 10, and 13.3. 13.31 to 13. I know it's actually 13.3 somewhere. 1, 2, 3. Yes, it's correct. So let me sign it. 11.3, 10, 13.3. What next? I have somewhere another bulkhead in the bow. It was bulkhead number 12. This one. This is the one. 9 millimeters. Where is my ruler? Oh. Bulkhead number 12, yes. This is 9 millimeters. 9.7. And 12.3. I have 11. Okay. So somewhere 9, 9.7, 12.3, but actually I have 11. So just to keep in mind. Then I have bulkhead number 4. This is this one. Trying to fit it into the screen. Let me remove all the screws. Bulkhead number 4. Bulkhead number 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4. This one, number 4. And it will be 8.7. Oh, I found some glue. Haven't cleaned it properly. Now it's good. Good. So one more time. Look at number 4. 8.7 here. Stoi. 8.7. 10. 8.3. It's almost 9. So 8.3, 10. No, 8.7 first one. Let me check one more time. 8.7, yes, 8.7, then 10. And 8.3. And I have somewhere more. I have bulkhead number 2. This is the one. 10, 10, 8.7. 10. And 8.7. No, something's not right. Let's start from this edge. 10. 10. And 8.7 on the frame. Yes, on the frame, yes. So let's try to fit this. This one is under the question where exactly it should pass. So we'll see where is my plank will go. And I want to deal first with this side. Where is it? Very uneven joint before I will glue my next plank. So I will use, where is it, walnut strip and pencil. So because I created such a huge jump in difference here, it's visible, this gap, I believe. So I just will use as a guide this plank, like continuation to this one. I just want to make a line. Okay, it's jumped. Exactly. One more time. So I position it under this plank and under this plank. And now it is somewhere here. It should finish here. Like here, because we have quite thick pencil. So I need to cut this angle from here to here. I can cut it with the scalpel, or I just can sand it because it's quite soft wood. I can sand it with a file with these strips. So let's try what I will like more. Just to have a guide with a pencil. And along this line, I just will check with an eye how straight it is. And my eye tells me that I have to sand it somewhere all the way here, because this is like belly. Where is my triangular file? It's more convenient to clean exactly this edge properly. You are not hungry. You are not hungry. I know it. Now I can start checking with the plank. definitely more. And my eye tells me that it is almost there. Yeah, so here I still have some sort of belly. You just have to put it like this and just check at different angles how straight your plank is, and you have to sand if it is necessary. So where is my triangular file? But I like this one more because it can be bent. So I can create an edge, and the rest I will send with the file. So all my calculations every time when I'm counted with quantity of planks, it's plus minus. The plank and the model will tell you exactly how your plank should be laying, how straight, etc. So I already destroyed mark. Actually, it was under the plank. Let me underline this one, so it is somewhere here. I will not miss it for the next plank. But I can plus minus half of the millimeter. It's okay. It's normal. Clean these edges on every bulkhead. A little more because I still have gap under this plank, so I need to sand definitely this piece much more. I can create chamfer the edge with file, and then I will clean it on the bulkheads. Will sit down because my back already is killing me and I haven't glued any single piece of planking yet. Still have sort of belly right here. So more sanding here. And a little more on this bulkhead.
Increased air threat in your area. Proceed to the nearest shelter. Attention! Increased air threat in your area. Proceed to the nearest shelter. Attention! Increased air threat in your area. Proceed to the nearest shelter.
Okay, this is the anti-aircraft system is working around the Kyiv. So far so good. Only drones. But also Russians, they increased quantity of drones. If first year of the war they could fire 60-70 drones per night towards Ukraine, now it is 600-700 drones. And previous attack, almost 500 of them were towards Kyiv, together with different kind of missiles. That's why it was huge damage. Let me check on this joint. So I need to send a little here also because I have another belly. And it is even visible with an eye. So what I'm trying to do, just eyeballing every frame, every plank, so it is straight, same with whales. So when it is perfectly straight, I can go next strike of planking. And talking about all these models, plankton frames, plankton bulkheads, already we start discussing in the Facebook with participants of the current build and previous one what can be next model, and I was talking about like repeat entire round from the simplest one, like to find something small, completely wooden, without painting, without sails, and I even found potential kit which can be built maybe in 4 or 5 maximum 6 streams, just to understand how the wood is working, what glue to use, etc. So then to choose something like lobster smack, something painted, with sails, without sails, doesn't matter, maybe a small sail. And then again to choose something bigger like Philadelphia. And we were talking about the sloop Virginia, it is 1:48 scale, also model Shipways. 6 guns I believe on the deck and not that much sails. It can be also done without sails, but exactly to practice how to fill the spaces between bulkheads and how it can simplify your planking dramatically. Yes, you have to spend probably to kill entire week to fill the spaces, but it will simplify your planking dramatically. Or just to try something completely different what we haven't made before in the live streams, like plank on frames, because there is also a kit in 1:32 scale of where is my plank? Where is my plank? Where is my plank? In 1:42 scale it was that sloop, Emma Seabury sloop rigged version, the original one, exactly how she was built. Where I have put a strip of walnut. It's properly hidden. And I'm looking for it. Maybe a little more sand in here. And then slight touch right here. And maybe I have to create first edge because I destroyed it. Yes, I need to send more here. Much more. Clean this fur. sand on this bulkhead. No. So, and yes, preparatory work takes a lot of time, so I'm afraid that I will glue only one strike today on the other side, and this will be it for today. And third strike we will start tomorrow. So let me check, have you texted me what time will be available tomorrow or convenient for you? At the very beginning I said that I can't make a live stream tomorrow morning, so please drop me in the chat after 2 p.m. tomorrow. Is it convenient for you? Anytime, second half of the afternoon, late evening. So I'm available until 10 p.m. So drop me in the chat, please, what time will be convenient tomorrow, because I can't make it in the morning. Or I just will start it at 2 p.m. and who can join, just please welcome to join. Okay, I heard you, Mario. Good. So let's think about 2 p.m. and if somebody can't or have a better suggestion, I will be available from 2 p.m. to the end of the day. So for me, doesn't matter when, just tell me when. Now let me check this strip again. What do we have here? Now it tells me to send a little more here, but what is my eye tells me? Yes, I have to send a little here. There is my sandpaper. Just will try to make it soft edge, rounded one, and to check it with a strip if it is ready for planking. What do we have here? It tells me slide sanding right here. Rounded edge. Okay, now I need to chamfer it because it looks like it is straight. But I maybe just slide sanding here a little more to make it smooth. Yeah, no, I like it. clean this, chamfer it on the bulkhead properly. Maybe with triangular file it's the best to do. And glue, I found a drop of glue here. Now to clean this edge to make it slightly rounded. And now to check. Just light sanding right here. Yeah, maybe. And just slight touch right here. Straight. Good. Now we have this perfect connection even in this place where we have had this awful joint. And just visually, if I like it, it's straight, then it's good. Let's finally glue this side. And I was imitating one butt joint and making a real joint in one spot because we have not long enough strips. And we have this is, what was this? Quite long. And who is building this model with me, I posted on Facebook group. I forgot to post it on the wall of the channel, but I will post. The model Shipways, they have these strips in stock. At the moment it is empty because we emptied already, but I contacted the manufacturer and he promised me that they will refill the stock soon. So we still have some planks, enough for finishing, making our planking of the hull. So for the inner planking we just have to purchase more of these strips from the Model Expo store. Or also I found it on Amazon, same size. I forgot to put link in the description under this video, I think, so after the live stream I will put, and I will make a separate post on the wall of the channel. So we have to buy at least 8, maximum 10 strips. I think 8 should be enough to finish, to complete our planking with proper width of planking, because who watched my previous episodes, I already explained that inner planking from the inside, it was literally made with 4 planks total, when in the kit we have thin strips, so they are offering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planks to put inside, but it's not historically accurate. We know that it was only 4, much wider, so this is what we will do on our model, and that's why we need more wide planks. And now I want to remember where it was joint. So one joint was on this frame, no, wrong, on this one. We made special frame for this, just to make this joint. And second one, so I'm transferring them from the starboard. So this is our 2 joints. And I was making original joint on this one. Okay. First we will glue longer piece and then shorter And to prepare planks, I will start with the stern post. I need to create first angle, first by eye, because when I will create proper width, I will correct it. And it's quite wide plank, so maybe we can make 2 of them. Let's check. Because I want to mark it literally from the stern post. What width I need plus minus. I will send to precise size. So in here we will have size 10. Then we will have on this bulkhead 8.7. 8.7. Then we will have somewhere here a joint, and then we have here 8.7 also. So this is a straight part. 8.7. We'll try to make precisely 8.7 mark. And a few more if it is a straight piece. 8.7 and maybe 2 more. Okay, and somewhere here I have to cut it. Now let's prepare this longer piece of wood. I will grab my cutting mat. And a longer ruler. And now just we'll try to connect all these marks first. This straight piece. Definitely it's wide enough for second side planking. Let me make this sharper. And now I will connect the end of it at an angle, because we have 3 dots. This is in our stern, this is on one of the bulkheads, and we have this 8.7. So how long it should be? Actually it's just 3 dots, exactly 3 dots. Now we need to cut it with a sharp scalpel. I will cut plus minus length. With the shorter length, the easier to work. And let's start cutting it. So I will cut just with a small reserve, a little. With ruler I will cover this pencil mark. Better to sand it later, because you can't add width. You can sand and narrow it, but you can't add some more width. that point till here. It is not at an angle. Just let me position properly. And here it is at an angle. Let me cut it completely. So this is what we got. It's wider here, 8.7 average of the width. And let me find my big sanding block. So this is what we will do now. Because I have cut much more than I needed, so now I need to sand it to a proper width, and I'm chamfering also simultaneously. So it is at an angle, not 90 degrees, slight angle. All the way to the pencil mark, and then I will try it on the model. So let's chamfer first, and then we will start trying on the model, and we will decide where to sand more. Let's try it on the model. Just want to fit entire model. Definitely can't. Okay, as much as we can. So let me check. Oh, I need to sand much more on the end of the plank, like, yeah, precisely to the pencil mark. Okay, let me check the rest of it. What is going on with marks? Have to sand also here to the pencil mark. It's actually perfect here. So only I need to work more with sanding on the perfect here, proper length, good. So I need to sand mostly this piece more. Okay, let's sand. So I need to sand completely this pencil mark, then it will be good. And of course I need to sand entire length of it. Just to check what I have sent. to remove this fur, so I can try it. Actually, I have to send somewhere here. This is belly. So again, I'm eyeballing this plank. So right here I have belly. Good. Let's try it again. A little more to sand, or maybe just slight angle. It will be just enough. Yes, perfect. Let me also make the angle this direction. Now I want to check what I have done here. So it's time probably to bend, and the rest we will sand when it is bended already. So pre-shaping is done. Now let's bend it and cut to a proper length, imitate butt joints, and then we can glue it. Mold, plank bender, or if you want me to show you my plank bender from scrap, I can use that one also, just to check if you have texted me any time. 2 p.m. is good, 2 is good, 2 p.m. works for me. 2 p.m. is I'm in north part of America, so Connecticut it's plus 4 or minus 4. So Connecticut time 2 p.m. Just please check what is your time. It will be, I believe, for example, for Ukraine it's plus 7 hours, so it will be 9 o'clock in the evening. So maybe Ukrainians will not join us, because usually in the evening they have air raids, and usually missiles already can fly, so people mostly are going to bomb shelter or just hiding behind 2 walls. So. Come on. And honestly, people are so tired, they just don't care, they just want to sleep in the bed. Of course, when it is explodes above your head every minute, like previous night when my mom sent me just recorded noise. She was trying to sleep behind the wall. He just dropped some pillows in the corridor, and she was hiding behind 2 walls. And even in the corridor, she recorded explosions like every 30-40 minutes, ba-bam. And then when the hypersonic missiles and ballistics are exploded, it's literally, you can hear it from the other end of the city, and it is the size of maybe Boston, quite big city. If it is exploded on the left side of Kiev, you can hear it in the end of the right side in Kiev. It's that loud. Drones are loud, but hypersonic missiles and ballistics are extremely loud. I heard it twice in my life. Twice I was in Kiev, and twice I was under attack with missiles, with ballistics. It was loud. And my mom lives under it. Literally every second night there is attack on Kiev, and at least 4 or 5 ballistics will be flowing towards Kiev, and hundreds of drones in addition. So, is it warm enough? Not yet. Okay, have some water here. Let me drop it and soak it. This is on, yes. But we still have to wait until it will warm up. So we can chat. Any questions? Or I can continue talking about the war. This is just such a painful topic. Just ask me something to distract me. Yeah, armed sloop Virginia, I think about it because it's only one single mast. How many sails? 5 or 7? Don't remember. Not much, let's say. Not many of sails to sew. And it is also a very good opportunity to show you how to fill the spaces between bulkheads and how it can simplify your plank in the model. And recently, because usually I was using linden for this, and linden is quite light wood, and Google and all resources told me that linden this is basswood here in the United States. So when I try to fill my Confederacy with basswood, my model becomes so heavy. So maybe it is softwood, but it is very heavy. Literally, my model become just like a brick. Because with linden, it's very light, you can't even understand that it was filled with something between bulkheads. So I switched here to fir. It's much lighter here than Ukrainian, I don't know why, but it is soft enough to easy to work, and it is very light. So I filled with fir my HMS Speedy, and I'm quite happy with this. So this is what we can use for sloop Virginia. So this is actually the plan for the next year. I think with the Gunboat Philadelphia we can play to the end of this year. Maybe we can finish in the late autumn. The most difficult part is to plank her. Then the most interesting part will be to fill with details. I think this is the most exciting part when you are so busy with this plank and oh my god, it's not bending, it's not gluing. And finally when you made it, like, oof, done the most difficult part. Now I can play with all these parts, with details. And this is, you can just try how it was working on the boat, how they were cooking food aboard, etc., etc. I think it's warm enough, so I can stop talking and we can start bending our plank. And I think sloop Virginia will be also a very good example, traditional planking, because the majority of kits and models, 3-masted models, they have similar lines of the ship, and so that's how you can apply all these tips and tricks from sloop to any other 3-masted ships, big ships. So I think it makes sense. And also for the next project, very far future, it can be also MSC Berry, because it's a model plank on frames. And plank on frames, it's also more complicated because usually they are very thin, like plank in the boat, like Gunboat Philadelphia. So it is very easy to destroy entire model, because if you can't position properly, it's not hot enough. It's warm, but not hot. Why is it working actually? Should be already hot. Can try with my finger, of course. It's not burningly hot. We need to wait more. It starts warm it up at least. Maybe I should turn on my plank bender much earlier, because it's not hot. Oh, it's getting there. I just can feel this warm. I'm bending in the wrong direction. Okay, not bending yet. But yeah, this happens when you are reading chat and not watching what are you doing. Just warming up it a little because it's still not hot enough, so better not to bend it. Getting there, getting hotter and hotter. I can use brush, not my fingers. It is more productive with a brush. Oh, finally it's even hissing a little. It's hot, but not hot, hot, hot. Just let me check what is going on because I have chat. Yeah, we have drones already in queue on the left side. I like this question. UK or the USA? Yes, quite often. We have it here, Berlin in Connecticut. And when I'm texting, I'm going to Berlin, I'm getting question, which one? Because I think in every state we have Berlin, not talking about European Berlin in Germany. But yeah, quite interesting. And I live also in New London, and we have River Thames. Actually, even my street is Thames Street, so it's quite interesting. Come on, it's already even almost dried. It's finally hot when I bend it already. So I don't know why it is not working. If I have problems with electricity here, it's not heating up properly, the tool. Let's try it. Good. Need to bend a little end of it, and then I need to make final sanding, polishing before gluing. Finally, it's hissing. When I bend the plank, it is hot. I believe now I just need to dry it. I can dry it properly on the model. Come on, at proper angle. Yeah, if we fill the spaces, just even lower part for the, I believe 2 lower strikes we could make on the filled spaces between bulkheads, then it would be very easy just to bend on the model like on the mold. So to avoid all these baileys on this second edge. I believe I need to sand more a little here. So at the moment I'm just drying it. just need to dry it completely, because for the final sanding, if the wood is not dry, you will create more hairs and you can't polish it properly. Slight belly, the upper plank, very slight belly right here, but as I said at the beginning of the video, I will not touch it at the moment. We will iron our planking after we will plank all 4 strakes under the whale. We literally will iron it with a plank bender. So right now I'm not even bothering to check it, but I'm checking it is precisely on my mark, precisely on my mark, precisely on my mark. So now it's time to make butt joints. Let me finish drying it also. Somewhere here it's still wet. But I will keep this tool on, so it will be hot, just somewhere behind behind me, so I will not get burned. And let's check what we have to sand and where. More. Actually just perfect. Maybe just a little sand in here. Very little, and still wet. Just to dry this edge so I can sand it. To sand something right here, a little. Okay, just perfect. Something to sand right here. Good. Now it's time to make all these butt joint imitations. Let me put camera closer, or to position it properly. our joint will be, without closing it with my head, right here, just to check if it is perfectly positioned. Yes, yes, and we need to cut our plank to the proper length right here. Now let's work on it. Why I haven't clamped it? Could be much easier to work when it is clamped. Good. Slide sanding. Now we need to imitate this joint and just to raise it, because this is bent plank. I need to put it on something like this, because we have this curve. It is visible. So I will use something like this piece of metal, because it is much easier, and I need to put it closer so it is visible what I'm doing. I believe it's visible. So I want to imitate this joint. And I have my favorite file somewhere here to do this. And on the edges. Good. Now we need to polish and sand entire plank with this is 240, I believe, sandpaper. I also will make rounded edge, but mostly I will polish it with Scotch Brite, because it is very good or perfect tool for removing all this fur hair after sanding. So this is the best tool to create perfect surface for shellac or any other finishes. Maybe just a little more, removing this or rounding these edges. So I'm chamfering actually only inner part of the plank, so this one is still 90 degrees. We will chamfer next plank to it connected. So this is a perfect straight side of plank. Let's keep it straight. Some pencil marks. Another pencil mark. Of course, we can sand model after planking. Now I will need all my clamps, which I have. Because never enough. And I will turn on my soldering iron immediately so it will warm up. Actually, I will turn it in this direction so you can see it better. Like this. So it will be visible how I will glue it. Not that it is visible entire plank, I will move later, but you definitely can see this joint. So let me put again field of depth in proper spot. Okay, what I can disconnect here, maybe this one. That was charger for my laptop. What is not good. Who designed such an awful charger? A brick, literally. It's so heavy, so inconvenient to plug in. Hope I haven't disconnected anything. No, good. So I will need some glue. And again, I will repeat this because this is the most common question. I'm using PVA D3 or Type 2 American Standard, which dries clear or transparent. This is European. I think it's made in Poland. D3, or you can see sometimes B3, but mostly D3. It's more standard. This means it's you can use this glue even in very with high humidity rooms like bathroom, etc. So and it is so strong that even if you will glue together like butt joint, two planks, it's very difficult to break. You will break plank, but not that seam with glue. And I will need some. Where is my brush for glue? It is probably soaking in the water. Yep, it is. So a little more water. And I will put it here so I won't spill it. And I will need something to wipe it. While my soldering iron is warming up, I can grab some clamps. More clamps, or it will never enough clamps. So you just can't have too many clamps. That's it. Too bad. I have more top timbers than clamps. Well, let's start gluing it. Yes, I am very generous with glue. Let's go. Also, I have to find my favorite tool. So I can remove all this excess of glue. And I can start clamping it. Don't jump. Sure, it is holding. And everything is good. And
Attention. The air alert is over. May the force be with you.
it's good.
Attention. The air alert is over. May the force be with you.
So maybe aircraft system worked and they shut down all drones. Okay, we have some leaking glue. Oh, and good job, I have spilled some glue everywhere on the model. Or maybe touch it with the plank, so better to scrape it off before it dries. Especially on this bare basswood, because we can get white spot here when we will apply finish. That's why it is better to clean also this future seam or butt joint, and also some glue on the whale. Flip. Okay, when I want to flip it, so to get this, it's not working when I needed to do this. Okay, more glue to clean here. This is too short clamp. Need to clean this glue. Better when it is still isn't dry. Much easier. I also maybe have to add some clamps like this to hold it together. This is for too strong clamps. I definitely have to use a piece of wood to hold it, or it will damage the soft basswood. And I have quite a few strong clamps. Another piece of wood. Yes, found it. So I can use it, for example, here or here. Like this, and I also have to clamp it like this. Then I will use a piece of wood more. Oh, my thin pieces of wood. They just ran away from me. All of them together. And somewhere here I can do, for example, this. with the wood so not to damage it with stiff plastic clamps. Maybe I will use this one here. It's easier. I have more clamps. Good. Have another clamp. This one is also too strong. So I will use a piece of wood. Oh, I have another spot where I haven't clamped it. Here. And I need to clamp it here actually. And for this I have to clean also with sticking out glue. And I need to clamp. No, I have another bigger clamp, so I will use a small one here, so I can clamp it in the bow. In the bow. I can clamp it. What I haven't clamped yet, I have two clamps like this to put together. So the brush will go into the water. Let me check what I have done here. Maybe I will use this one instead of this one. Come on. Be kind. Stay in proper place. Like this. Good job. Yes, I'm talking with plank. So now I can use this one. Another piece of wood. Need to cut more such small tiny wood strips. Maybe I just will use this one to put it on the proper spot, but I will not clamp actually it here, just for temporary fixation. Yep, like this. It is on its place. And maybe I can do same here. Good! Yay! Now I need to dry this part with soldering iron, so I can use these clamps in the end or for another half of this strake. So let me put it in such way that you can see what I'm doing with soldering iron without damaging clamps, if it is possible. Maybe I just will put it on its stand like this, and I believe it's visible all the way. So this one is visible, you can't see only the last clamp. It's okay, almost everything is visible. Let me check if we have everywhere glued properly. Looks like it. Good. Because now I just will clean my brush for the next piece. And now I just will speed up the process of curing PVA without melting clamps, preferably. In the bow I probably will keep that green clamp because it's difficult to reach that spot. Just need to add a drop of glue because nothing to cure there. and I forgot that I'm usually adding on the seam just to increase surface which will hold this planking into a proper position. So I just will add more glue on the seams between planks. And this one actually is laying just perfectly. I believe the first strike on that side, on the starboard, was more tricky. This one just laid perfectly, without any problems. We'll see how it will go in the bow. This means that calculation with width was correct here. Because when plant doesn't want to bend and lay properly, something is not right. That is also modeling. Need more glue. I don't remember the proper name of that file. In my language it is file, but yeah, this wide and thin files, they have their name and I'm constantly forgetting. A few people already told me the proper term for them and I forgot. I'm so sorry. Maybe somebody knows it. Let me put it in the screen. So this is that file which we are talking about. It's thin, very sharp, and it's wide. So who knows the proper term, please drop it in the chat, because I have seen them on Amazon but forgot to put them in my list with tools. So I will search for them today and will add them in the list. So who is searching for them, so you can find them in my list. Some more glue here. Some more glue here. And somehow in the bow. In the bow, and maybe I can use this moment and cure a little this glue in the very bow to the stem, like this. Good. But I will hold it with the clamp. So let's continue working on gluing these frames. Ay, my wooden piece. Don't jump. I need you to stay here. Stay here. I will use my soldering iron on one side only to glue this frame to the plank. I'm actually curing PVA only on the edges, which is leaking from under the bulkhead, and under the bulkhead it is actually still raw. It will dry in 24 hours completely, but it will hold. It will be strong enough to hold it when I will remove clamps in a couple of minutes. So just to secure all this clamping. And as I said in previous episode, for the third strike I have to make some clamps which we will nail. We will use mostly nail pusher or nail driver like this. So this is what we will need for the next strike. And at the moment I have a raffle with these tools, with plank bender and with nail driver. So you have a chance to win it. Next Saturday, I believe, I will find the lucky owner of this tool, so you can try your luck. Because this is pure luck. Just number generator, and you can become the owner of the blank bender and this nail. And I like this one, it's quite with big handle. It is not cutting your hand when you are trying to push nails into the wood, because mostly blank benders made for kids, probably for kids' hands, they are so small, so tiny, that they're just painful to hold. Just melted the clamp. Good job. Which side? So I hope that second strike I have shown you much more clearer and understandable, because sometimes when I'm working I understand that I can't explain what I'm doing. I'm just like shaping something. Oh, it's working, nice. So I even can't explain you exactly what I'm doing sometimes. But when I was working the second strike, same strike which we made on the starboard side, so I think I already showed it more accurately. This is our midship frame, the widest part of the ship, or boat in this case. This one small clamp, hold it or not? No, it's not long enough. So let's prepare second half of this strike. Oh, and I'm already behind the schedule, as usually. I'm so sorry. Can't make strike in 2 hours. So we need to put here a small strike. So let me flip the model. It's convenient while it is without clamps on the second half. I will move this small video in this corner, so you can see. Okay, let me put this paper towel under the whale, which can be damaged because I'm trying to put it like this, so it is visible. This is what we need to make this small piece. It doesn't matter that it is smaller, does not mean that it is easier, because it is with bigger curve and more tricky to make. And I'm thinking if I can use this piece of wood or not. If it is wide enough. No. Maybe we will use it somewhere. This cuts off from that strip which we cut. So yeah, I will use another wide piece. I had somewhere a short piece, maybe I can use that one. Right here. Let me try it. What do we have here? Just you've seen this short piece. Maybe it is too short. Yeah, it's too short. But we will use it somewhere. Okay, let's cut from a long one. So first, let's create corner or angle. Proper angle, it will be something like this. We'll see later how accurate it is, but I will mark here. I will need dimension. So let me cut proper length because it's too long. Oh, I had plank here. And here it will be somewhere proper length. 9, 11.3. Dust probably. 9. And this mark 11.3. And let me mark somewhere here. Can I connect all these 3 dots? Sort of. And what do we have here? Okay, this is to cut. My sharp scalpel, and again I will cut slightly wider. Better to sand it. You can't make it wider after you cut it. So I'm doing it this exactly the same way as I did with the longer piece. So just repeating my previous movements. Again, I will slightly chamfer it, and then we will start drying it on the model. Ola, do you... you do incredible things. Oh, thank you, Lydia. I'm just checking if I have missed any comments, and without lenses I can't see farther than 50 centimeters, so that's why I'm sticking my nose into the screen. Maybe a little more sanding because I cut too much with too many spare wood. Okay, no. Need to sand more, definitely more. Especially here, probably. And here it's just perfect, but a little more in the very bow. And what do we have here? sure I have belly here. Let me make also proper angle so we can start attaching or making proper length also. And maybe more sanding. Just a little more sanding. Or maybe I have to bend it already and then decide what and how to do. And I can cut already shorter piece. It's easier to adjust. Have to sand more for sure. Even more. Okay, the rest I will cut and I will bend it, but I need to sand very much to this mark. So more sanding in this end of the strip. I have belly here on the plank. What do we have now? More sanding. And somewhere here where I have belly, it is visible on the model. Almost there. I haven't cleaned this glue sticking from under the plank. So it's here. Sand more here. Wrong direction for sure of what I'm doing. Okay, let's bend and then we can cut it its proper length. At the moment it's just good enough. We'll see what happens next. So let's bend it. Mold, where is my mold? So you can see also mold. A drop of water. Or glass of water. And I will use this plank bender. Oh no, it's hot, so I can steam it first and then bend. What I'm doing here, actually plus minus, it's okay. Now let's try to bend and dry it on the model, so less chances to get that belly again. And it is dried on the model like on the mold. Oh. Don't know if you can see the steam, but water evaporates and I can see this steam. Just put it in the proper position. Oh! Ooh. You know when you press perfectly you can get burned like this. Ouch. Perfectly burned skin. It's hot. Trust me. Ah, I need something. Ooh. Something colder. Something metal. Oh. So good. Ow. Perfectly baked skin on the finger. And something colder. Nothing really cold here. Oh, it's painful. Oh, my favorite slicer. The best slicer in the world, it's called. Oof. Oof. Good. Actually, the best thing to use potato. If you will cut potato, you will hold about 5 minutes, maximum 10 if it is very big burned. And the pain will disappear and will not come back, because from cold water, the moment you are sticking your finger out from the cold water, it's painful again. So just slide something cold, let me glue this plank and I will go and cut potato. Best slicer in the world is called. Oh, I can live here. This is what I'm doing. Another side. Oh, it's good. Oh, you just can hear this psh from my finger. Okay, let's glue it fast and I will go and grab potato. First I can cut proper. Bloody painful, and it's really crispy skin. This is not just burned, it's perfectly perfect crispy skin. If you want to make it on your food, it's difficult to make. I achieve it on my skin. Slicer. Oh, it's good. It's good. So now I need to cut proper length. Again, slicer. Oh, it's good. It's cold. And it also can cut proper length of planks. Now I can sand the rest. Let's try it. Slicer. Cold slicer. Maybe I need to fix a little that angle. Let me check what I have here. Yeah, it's long enough. So I can send a little this angle. Again, cold slicer. To cool off my finger. Want to clean this edge. Good. We'll do it now. Perfect. Good. Just need to send more width because it's still wide here, as you can see. Let me switch my fingers. So this plank is still wider, and it exactly shows me that I have to send exactly this end of the plank. And where is it? Where is it? I can hold slicer and I can sand my plank. This happens when you are trying to speed up something, and with ship modeling better not to rush. The moment I'm rushing, I'm making mistakes, then I have to fix them on next stream. So today I just burned myself. Still maybe a little more sanding. Yes, definitely. No more sanding right here on this spot. What do we have here? Just a little more sanding here and angle. And on this mark. maybe over sanded. Okay, let's glue it and then I will fix it on the model, because should be something like this. I have to sand right here a little. So polishing plank and gluing it. Wounded in action. Oh, you know, this is nothing. Once I stepped on the soldering iron. I just was commissioned to build boats, 7 boats. Literally I was building one per day, so I spread everything on the floor around me. It was like in a circle. Soldering iron, some wood, some strips, and just was turning around myself and building them very fast. That was a record speed ever. It was kit, just live boats from kits, but to build one a day, it was quite fast. So I was in such hurry and rush, so in the moment I just got up and was so tired, we decided to make a step and haven't realized that I'm stepping right on the soldering iron. Just imagine how I was walking the next day. Soldering iron did just long, burned proper one with that huge, bag with liquid. So I couldn't walk. That was wound. Let's make soft edges, slightly rounded edges. Actually also on this edge between planks, so it's here. Can make it on the sander. Just soft, slight radius. A little more Scotch Brite. And now let's glue it. So I can start removing some clamps, which I will need here. Maybe every second one. Something like this. I will take this strong one. The rest we'll see. I can borrow them also. So I will need a brush. If I will find something to clean it, to wipe it. Yes, I found some paper towel. And where is my glue? Glue, preferably without touching soldering iron. So let me turn off soldering iron and plank bender. I don't need them anymore. So less chances to burn myself. And let's glue it. immediately with my favorite glue to remove this glue which is leaking from under the plank the moment I'm clamping it. Searching for my favorite tool and it is in my mouse. Another piece of wood. And for this green clamp also. Okay, let me put it here. Come on. Oh, it is not that it's bigger or deeper bulkhead, so that's why it's difficult to clamp. So I just will clamp between planks actually. But where is it? I need one more. This one. So let me clean glue here so I can clamp it with this one. Okay. And probably I will use soldering iron on this side exactly because hold it. Now I need to put somewhere, actually it's holding quite good, but just in case, a long clamp here, also so not to damage the wood. Come on! It's so slippery. But I want to put just in case, okay, it's not working, not holding, but just want to clamp this direction to tighten my planks. Between, and maybe just that. Where is it? Where is the long one clamp? Where is the clamp? Ah, I just used it. So I think this is it. This one should be positioned lower so it can clamp actually the plank. Now I will add on the seam a little more glue. Let me turn around. So it is visible. And I will move this small video in this corner. So it is visible. It is from here. So just this on the seam between planks. And I will leave it to dry on its own. Just let me check that it is glued properly. Let me move one clamp, which is also already jumped. So I will put it like this and will not move it. It should hold frame. And please hold the frame. Same here. Oh. So like this. And I think this is it for today. So let me switch to a bigger screen. Even finger is not hurting anymore. I don't need anything cold. It's okay already. Just crispy skin. So as I said at the very beginning today, tomorrow I can't stream in the morning, so it will be 2 p.m. afternoon. So who can join us, please welcome to join, and who can't, I will make third strike on one side, so and I will repeat the same stuff on Saturday, second strike on other side, so you will not miss anything. But if you can join, you're welcome to, and we'll be very happy. So 2 p.m. tomorrow, it's Connecticut time, so just check your time. It will be 4 hours later than usually, so just add +4 to your regular time, and see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Thank you very much for coming today, for joining me in this little adventure, and see you tomorrow, guys. Have a nice rest of the day, and bye.